All right. Hey, Rockstar, Steve aka Void here, and today this might be the weirdest video that you see about guitar playing, and I'll get to what I mean by that in just a second. First, what I'm going to do, let me just make sure that the chat is working here. Chat, open this up, and let's see if this works. I'm going to put a link in the chat box. Let's play more.com. Okay, let's try that again. All right, hey Rockstar, Steve aka Void here, and today we're going to be talking about mistakes and specifically how to limit the amount of mistakes that you make. This may be the weirdest video that you see about guitar playing, and when it comes to playing guitar, we all know that mistakes are going to happen. We all know that what the song should sound like. Like we all grow up loving different records, but often we don't know how to reduce the amount of mistakes or limit the amount of mistakes or eliminate mistakes from a song, and it just seems like it's just mistake after mistake after mistake. And often that's because of this guy over here, the perfectionist. Okay, so the perfectionist is the main factor that makes the mistakes happen. The mistakes are recognized as mistakes, and we let them derail us. Okay, we let them throw off the entire song, either stop playing or it affects every other note and chord that comes after. We really want to limit this. Okay, so the perfectionist is a very, very bad thing for guitar players. Now, what we want to do is I'm going to show you an exercise today that is going to really help with this, and it's very strange. You're going to want to watch this exercise, and you're definitely going to want to use this. I don't talk about exercises a lot, okay? This exercise is more of a mental exercise. You're going to use the guitar, but it's more of a mental exercise. It's not so that you can play, our chromatic, my favorite, wink wink, this stuff for me, it just doesn't work. But what I'm going to show you today is actually going to really help. Now, before I get to that, definitely check out my book, Practice Less, Play More, if you want to read more about how to limit the perfectionist, how to eliminate mistakes, how to prevent them from happening, and how to really start to learn songs faster. You're going to want to check that out at practicelessplaymore.com. I put the link inside the comments as well, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. Now, the perfectionist, that is going to get in our way no matter what, okay? The perfectionist doesn't go anywhere. It's a matter of how much you let him in and how much it affects the playing. So I'm going to show you a simple exercise that you're going to do every time you practice guitar. Every time you pick up the guitar, you'll do it for the first, let's say, 1 to 5 minutes. It all depends on how much of a perfectionist you consider yourself, or how much that perfectionist voice in your head, how loud that is. Okay, so it's a very simple exercise. And again, like I said, this is probably going to be the weirdest exercise that you've ever played, probably the weirdest video that you've ever watched, because the exercise for limiting or eliminating mistakes and preventing them from happening is to actually make mistakes on purpose. Okay, you heard that correctly. You're going to make mistakes on purpose. Now, why would you make mistakes on purpose? Making mistakes on purpose basically shows you that it's okay to make mistakes. If you play something and you make a mistake on purpose, and you hear that mistake and it sounds bad, nothing bad is going to happen. When we're playing, it feels like it's catastrophic. We're playing chord progression, let's say, and let's say the next chord, there's like a blanc, whatever, there's a clunk. We think that it's the end of the world. It feels like our heart like skips a beat, and we feel like it's the end of the world. Either the song stops, or we continue playing the song and we just have a disappointed look on our face. I've seen this a million times, and even when I was starting out, I remember making mistakes like this, making mistakes after, like in addressing in how I'm approaching the mistake, making a mistake in how I dealt with the mistake, if that makes sense. So what I started doing, I can't even remember how I came up with this. Maybe I read something in a book that gave me the idea, but I thought, if I make mistakes on purpose, if I show myself that it's okay to make a mistake, then I'll just train myself to not react when I make a mistake, because our stress meter, we don't want it to shoot up whenever there's a mistake. We want to basically stay calm the whole time, and we want to just keep going through, because when we're calm, we could we'll realize after a mistake, first of all, mistakes happen, so we're okay with it, and after that, we'll just pick up wherever the song is and just recover. Because mistake recovery, in my opinion, is one of the most important skills as a musician. We understand that mistakes are going to happen, so we deal with it. Like if you don't have the skill, then mistakes happen. You first of all don't think mistakes are going to happen. You're hoping a mistake doesn't happen, and then when a mistake happens, then it's like record scratch. The whole thing ends. So what you're going to do, here's the exercise. You're going to make mistakes on purpose. You're going to start off when you pick up your guitar. What I want you to do is I want you to play badly on purpose. So you're going to go like this. You're going to put your finger anywhere that you want, okay? And you're going to just play as if you were a 4-year-old picking up a guitar. And like I said, here's the weird part. You're going to go, okay? You're just going to put your fingers anywhere, and you're going to deal with the random mess, okay? Now, I'm broadcasting this out. A lot of people are going to watch this video, and they're going to be like, well, what the hell is this guy doing? And when I'm playing, what's funny is actually, after a while, it's kind of addictive to play like this. Because what you're doing is you're reinforcing the fact that it's okay to make mistakes. You're reinforcing the fact that nothing bad is going to happen after a mistake happens. And you become okay with it. And so if you basically put your finger anywhere, and you have clunks, and you have bad notes, and you have crackles, and you have notes that don't line up, okay? When you do that, you do it for about, let's say, 1 minute to 5 minutes. You can even set a timer if you'd like. And you do that before you start practicing. And what you've done is you've basically broken the ice, okay? You've broken the ice, and you've said, it's okay to make mistakes. Totally fine. Mistakes are probably going to happen. But now what happens, because you've eased the tension, now you're like, all right, so you're playing a song. And let's say, just keep going. And everything's fine. The stress meter doesn't shoot up. You don't stop playing. You continue with whatever you were doing. So whether you're playing with a record, playing with a band, you keep things going. You don't look disappointed, because if you're watching from the audience and you see a guitar player looking disappointed, you'll know that he made a mistake. You know something's wrong. But I'm telling you, when you do this, when you recover quickly, if you make a mistake, and I should say when you make a mistake, when you recover quickly, no one's gonna know that you made a mistake. Trust me, I've made a mistake probably every single show. So like I've toured all over the world, and I've played some really, really big stages in front of a lot of people, and I've made mistakes probably every single show. Sometimes there were a couple of really bad ones, but the mistakes almost always go unnoticed by the audience, okay? And that's one thing that you have to realize, is that if you recover quickly, no one's really going to notice or care. Even if they knew you made a mistake, no one cares. It's all about how you finish, okay? So what you're going to do when you start playing guitar every day, you're going to just pick up the guitar and put your fingers anywhere. Even like make a chord shape and like have it sound bad on purpose, like where you hear a clunk and not all the notes sound good. And just play like this. I mean, if you have a pet, the dog's probably going to be howling, and if anyone else is in the house, they might wonder what the hell is going on in there. But you know that you've outsmarted the perfectionist over here. You've outsmarted the perfectionist. You've gotten rid of the perfectionist. Bye-bye. And you can now proceed with your practice session peacefully and calmly, with a stress meter that's low, idling in the good stress zone, the stress sweet spot, where you're challenging your brain in a good way and it feels good to learn. Okay, so what you're going to do, you're going to pick up your guitar and you're going to just make mistakes on purpose. Okay, and you're going to see that nothing bad happened. You're going to see that it's okay to make mistakes. And then when you frame your practice session like that, I promise that your practice session is going to be more productive because your brain is going to be less stressed and you're going to be able to absorb more information, and you'll know that the next time a mistake happens, because it will happen, that you'll know that you'll be prepared for it and you'll be calm and you'll be able to know where to pick up, wherever the song is, that's where you pick up. Okay, so it's not going to stress you out, it's not going to derail you. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Definitely check out my book, Practice Less, Play More. You can go to practicelessplaymore.com. There's also some other good stuff. If you bought the book, you can get some bonuses there. You can also click a link to work with me and have me as your coach to walk you through this stuff. Practicelessplaymore.com. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever done anything like this, any exercise like this. If you what you think of the exercise, this mistake busting exercise. And definitely, if you have already done this exercise, let's say like if you come back to this video and you do the exercise, let me know that you've done the exercise and what you thought of it, and just confirm that your guitar didn't fall to pieces, nothing exploded, everything is totally fine. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's video, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.